Continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Warner Anderson as Matthew Swain, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, and Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson.
For Betty Anderson, eager to bring change into her life, tonight could mark a new beginning. With Jerry Bedford, Reverend Jerome Bedford, there is promise of a future, but not without sad reminders of the past.
Rodney, how are you?
How are you?
Where have you two been? To the movies. Was it good?
Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, you were talking all the way through it.
We had a great dinner.
I've got to get home.
Sure.
Good night.
Give
Good
my best to
night.
your parents. Good
Yes,
night,
I will.
baby.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. About my jokes. One moment they make you laugh, the next moment they seem to depress you. Don't say a word. You've just qualified as a member of the Gone But Not Forgotten Club. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're very intuitive.
Sometimes, right now, I intuit you'd like to ride in a brand new chauffeur-driven limousine.
No, I'd much rather take a ride in a late model station wagon.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, Allison. This way, please.
Betty seemed in great spirits, didn't she?
Yeah.
I was just thinking back over the time when I used to be so jealous of her.
Don't let the past step all over you, Alice.
Rodney Harrington. Hello. Stephen Cord.
Oh, yes. My brother told me you were in town. Said you two had quite a talk.
Yes, we had a long talk about old times and new.
Stephen Cord, this is Allison Mackenzie. Stephen and I lived in the same house when I was a kid.
Same house, different floors. You were right. It may have been lean, but for only a dime, it did have a very high protein content.
I'll tell Matthew Swain. Mr. Cord was at the shop this morning, bought a paper from me. I gather the papers are heavier in Boston.
More advertising, world news.
How do you find Peyton Place after all these years?
Why don't you sit down, Steve?
Just for a moment. Well, Peyton Place has an unexpected charm, Miss Mackenzie. For example, I've grown accustomed to buying my morning paper from a broken-nosed thug with a leather cap. You are a very definite improvement.
Thank you.
I understand you're going to be working with Theodore Dowell.
Oh, you heard about that?
Well, you talked to my brother, and he does tell me things.
Well, then, things are just as they should be.
What are you going to be doing in Mr. Dowell's office?
Oh, handling the legal affairs for your grandfather here in Peyton Place.
How is he?
Grandfather?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather. Oh, he's hanging on. He amazes the doctors. Did you ever meet Martin Peyton?
No, I once saw him from a distance. He seemed quite a remote man.
Yes, he is in some ways. And yet... let's see each other, Rod.
Oh, we will.
see you around. Good night, Miss Mackenzie.
Rodney.
What were we talking about?
You were saying that one shouldn't let the past step all over one.
Yes, I did. His mother used to be our housekeeper when Grandfather Peyton lived here, when it was his house. When he moved to Boston, they went with him. She keeps the house for him down there, although he'll probably never be back to it. I never liked Stephen Cord.
But that's all past. You said...
And now he's back, trying to stir up Norman as if Norman needed stirring up. It isn't the past anymore, Allison. Mr. Cord is here, now.
Some miracle the drinks remain sweet.
Why so gloomy, my friend?
People cannot sing with hatred in their hearts, senor.
Hatred for whom?
We interrupt this program for a newsflash.
May his soul
Do you mind?
burn in hell.
No, go ahead. Dear Betty, poor, sorrowful Betty, had a nice time with a very nice young man. How about that?
Oh, I have no intention of saying I told you so. However, what do you owe me for urging you to go out with Jerry Bedford?
Urging me?
Well, forcing you might be a little bit more accurate. How about, Sunday breakfast in bed?
I'll take your order. Oh, you were right. It was so good to get out of the house. Hey, you waited up for me.
Oh, no. No, I just couldn't sleep.
Oh, it's like the school dances all over again. I have to report to Mother.
Oh, stop. Betty, I've decided to take the job at the mill.
Oh, good.
I'll talk to Dr. Rossi about it in the morning.
Understand.
Well, I just don't like to have to see him breaking a new girl right now.
Mother, people leave jobs for better jobs all the time. I'd leave the hospital in a second if I had the opportunity.
Well, it still won't be easy. You know, I keep thinking about that first moment when I open the door and step into David Schuster's office. Leslie's office. I know once I get through that, I'll be all right. Composed, ready to work, but just opening the door and stepping inside. Such a simple thing to do.
Mother, we've been through quite a bit, both of us. We can open a new door, can't we?
When you're in school, you hardly ever brought home a book.
Please, Mom.
Now that you've quit, you're reading school books.
Mom.
What's the point? Well, I think you have a customer. Rita, you're doing all of this for Norman.
I'm doing this for myself.
Honey, let me tell you something.
Look, Mom, you're right. I'm not in school anymore. And I don't want to hear any lectures.
Can Rita come out and play?
No. Thank you, Norman.
I apologize with a profusion of humility.
You're laughing at me again.
No, I'm serious.
You're mean.
I'm stupid.
No, you're not.
You accept my apology and my gift.
Okay, Norman, I accept.
Now, what do you say we go for a ride?
Why can't? Want your gift back?
No. You sure you can't go?
Yeah, I'm very sure. Well, you can come in if you want to for a little while.
Sure, I'd like to.
Okay. Thanks for the record, Norman.
Aren't you going to play it?
Yeah, I will.
It's African music. Sure. They say it's the kind of music that makes it rain, makes the crops grow.
Yeah?
Ritual stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're going to dig it. It's wild. In fact, it might even make it rain right here. Sure you don't want to play it?
Oh, no, I can't. I have to study.
What happened to that mysterious perfume you used to wear?
I broke the bottle accidentally.
Oh. What are you studying this for?
Self-improvement.
Rita, you're fine the way you are.
No, I'm not. But I'm going to study and, well, maybe pretty soon I'll get my high school diploma.
You are?
Well, Alice and me were talking about it.
Allison and I.
Yeah. Well, she said she was going to help me.
Rita, there's nothing they can teach you in high school.
You can just leave, Norman.
Wait a minute, Rita. I'm sorry. I only
Just get out of here, will you? Just get out.
No, I won't. Rita, I'm sorry. I told you I'm stupid, and I am. Rita, I respect you for what you're doing. I mean it. You know, I used to be a pretty good student. I guess I came at the wrong time.
Norman.
The wrong time with the wrong tune. Your old friends.
I didn't ask them.
They're playing your song, Rita.
No, it isn't. Not anymore. Norman, don't.